right, we're back again with another episode of Roofer Reflections. So I'm really excited because I have Alan on the show. So Alan, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You have over three decades of experience within the roofing industry. When did it start for you?
I've basically grown up in the trades. My father was your typical handyman in a day and age where it wasn't a micro trade thing. Trades then, you had to know everything from plumbing to being a electrician to a framer to everything. I kind of grew up in that environment. In 1992, I moved from my small town to the city of Edmonton, Alberta, and from that point, I've been active in the roofing industry.
At some point, did you ever consider doing anything else?
When you're in the trades, I think in the back of your mind, there's always a thought, what am I doing this for? I've grown to have an actual passion for the roofing industry. When you have a, knowledge base and you are, comfortable with it and you know that you can help people, to me, it's not work. I just love getting up and, doing it every day.
What were your early roles or responsibilities?
I was what you'd call the quote unquote grunt, where I was on the end of the shovel, or I was carrying the roofing debris, or carrying the brand new product up up a ladder. I basically started from the ground up, worked from that to being an actual installer, and then being a crew foreman, and then running my own subcontract business, and then right into running my own roofing company.
And what were some of those early lessons?
I think the most valuable thing that I've taken from the industry and that I could pass on to someone is always think about liabilities. Every action that you have, there's going to be a something that comes from that. First thing that I look for when I'm on a roof, which is great in the industry that I'm in now, being a roofing consultant, is my eyes automatically look for areas where there could be a possible problem.
What are the common ones that come up?
Little things that people don't think about: to slope shingle roof, something as simple as the rain collar that is on a chimney or like a furnace pipe coming up, that caulking on that on that collar needs to be checked or changed every 3 to 5 years, because it breaks down from the sun's UV rays. The roof could be installed perfectly, but something as simple as caulking on a rain collar can lead to water running all the way down into your basement or where your furnace is.
So going from working for other companies and having your own, what do you learn there?
There are some really good people in the industry, and there are some people that are honest and hardworking, but they simply don't have the, technical background. So they can, go to work every day and they work hard and they're honest people, but there are people out there that just can't help you find the answers to your problems. Based on their work ethic. It does come down to, I've heard many people say that roofing isn't rocket science. Well, it might not be rocket science, but it is roofing science. There's a lot of knowledge that is out there to be had, and that only comes with time and with getting a proper education in the industry.
How would someone approach getting a proper education in the roofing industry?
I think the first thing that you need to figure out is this the industry for you? I don't know whether it would be the roofing industry or the cosmetic, industry. Get into it and work for a while, and see if it actually, speaks to you. I would say get in the industry, find a decent company where you can start at the bottom and work for a few years and start working your way up, and you will know within a very short period of time if that is something that you actually want to do for a living.
What are some of the tough things you had to go through?
On the installation side of things, it can be a very physically demanding job. Also, I went through the era where being safe meant not being dumb, and that is something different to every person.
What sort of other things do you think are things that have room for improvement?
Well, I know one thing that has really improved here over the last 10 to 15 years has been the quality of the materials. I think the industry in the past, for about a 10 or 15 year period, we're trying to find the cheapest way to do things to hit a good, better, best market. But I think the good was I think almost good, and things were easily failing, that was the price point of things that were being sold. I think even now, just your entry level products, the level of quality has really climbed here in the last 15 years.
What's your favorite roofing related story that you like to tell?
Back in the 1990s, I was walking across a roof, and I had a roll of product on my shoulder. So there was about 300 pounds walking across the roof, and I didn't know it, but I happened to step in a spot where the roof was a bit rotten, and I happened to fall down through the roof. The lower half of my body was hanging down into the person's home, and it happened to be in the bathroom. The owner of the home, she was about 85 or 90 years old, and was sitting on the toilet. So I fell through the roof in the perfect spot, scared the you-know-what out of the lady, but she was in the perfect spot for it.
Is there anything that I did not ask you that you wanted to share or cover?
What very few people know is that your roof should be inspected every 2 years, or after every major storm or weather event. The roof is the most important part of the building envelope on your commercial building or on your home, and it's what keeps water or the elements out of the building. So it is good every couple of years to have the roof checked out to make sure that everything is up to spec, so that you are guarding your home properly.